Well, hello, folks. We're about to end the week tomorrow. This is your Thursday, and we got a partly cloudy sky here in central Louisiana at the Alexandria Tower Camp on Texas Street. A little bit less cloudiness than a while ago, so we're seeing an improvement in the weather pattern after a thunderstorm rolled through town earlier in the afternoon. Now let's check out another cam over toward Leesville where we see clouds vertically developing. You see some clouds overshooting here and off in this direction, pretty much looking to the east, south, I would say, over there. And let's go to another camp in St. Landry where we're seeing water on the roof. So they've had some rain at Stellies in LeBeau there in St. Landry. All right, and let's check things out as far as your radar is concerned, where we see a decreasing trend in the showers and thunderstorms. You see it moving in today from the east and the northeast, and this was anticipated. I did have 20% keep my forecast covered, but I think it's going to overachieve, probably double that, if not more. So I think it's kind of playing out. A little thunderstorm, stronger activity right now. Let's see, in southwest Natchitoches Parish, not far from Bellwood, we're seeing a thunderstorm there. Could be a little hail out of that and some strong wind once that decays. Likewise in Beauregard, a couple of cores there in central Beauregard that are fairly decent. Let me see if there are any alerts or anything like that. Actually, kind of surprised there's not, but we did have a little warning across southwest Rapides, southeast Vernon, and northwest Allen, northeast Beauregard for a while earlier today, but I think that's about over with. Things in general settling down, except in those areas I mentioned. So satellite and radar showing the development of those clouds right here over central Louisiana, just developing with the heat of the day. And there's a little disturbance in the atmosphere aloft. And what that does is it gives the surface heating causes the air to rise, but these little disturbances that come through in the flow aloft, what they do is they give a boost to that lift, and this is what you can get when things are right. So let's go to the future cast. This is for this evening at 8 o'clock. Notice things are calming down considerably by then, according to this model. I think it's got truth in it. And then once we get into Friday morning, back to work and school, we've got a pretty good forecast there. Maybe some fog in some of those areas that got a good rain today. And then Friday evening, for Friday evening fever, we've got you covered with a beautiful forecast there. No problems there. And then, well, yeah, grocery shopping, mid-morning Saturday. Things looking good Friday and Saturday both. Looking at your tropical satellite, they'll go from the local scale all the way to the global scale, where we're seeing some clouds and convection there between Africa and the islands. We're seeing a little action there across Bahamas left over from Imelda and a little bit in the Eastern Gulf. And a couple of these areas we're watching for any tropical development. One is here. There's a little bit of a frontal zone, which is kind of draped boundary draped across this area. And I think what's going to happen here, we got kind of a perturbed flow pattern aloft. And so that could kick loose some showers and thunderstorms with a boundary to focus it. There's enough water there in that area. Something could develop, but the chances, according to the Hurricane Center, are pretty low, only 10% over the next 7 days. And in 20% area, there is going to be a tropical wave come off the west coast of Africa, get into the Atlantic, and kind of interact with a system which is in the eastern tropical Atlantic, about right in this area. And then those two systems will kind of combine maybe and then head to the west. So 20% on that possibility from the Hurricane Center over the next 7 days. And my outlook for the month of October is, yeah, we got to watch that area between Africa and the islands, even in October, especially the first part of October. Now, once we get through the month, I think for us, what we're looking at will be watch the Gulf and the Northwest Caribbean Sea for four things. Okay, fronts that move into the Gulf, okay, can stall out, and then they can serve as a focus for convection. All right, the next thing is, if the upper level pattern is perturbed, it's got disturbances, energy in it, then that, especially if there's a front at the surface, and then up here you got that energy aloft, that is a perfect setup to get the wheels going for those showers and thunderstorms that eventually can organize and develop into a tropical system. The Central American gyre is a area, semi-permanent area there across Central America from about May to November. All right, and computer model data is indicating that that might become active once again as we head through October, toward the middle of the month, maybe after the middle of the month. And what that does is it has energy on both sides, so it can create Atlantic Basin, Caribbean, and Gulf tropical systems, as well as Eastern Pacific systems. Okay, so we got to watch that this time of year. And then these homegrown type things that just sometimes the water's definitely warm enough. The warmest month over the water is September, and October is not far behind. All right, so there's plenty of warm water left over for something close to shore that would pop up, develop quickly, and then skirt to shore and surprise some folks. All right, so that's my scenario for October. It's been slim pickings in the Gulf since Barry and Chantal. All right, so let's go into your 7-day forecast for us. A couple of beautiful days coming up. Sunny skies during the day, clear skies at night. 62 for a low Saturday morning is pretty nice. We'll take it. But then rain chances come back in the forecast. I got 4 days of it, but nothing high. 20 Sunday, 30 Monday, and then a couple of 10s there for Tuesday and Wednesday. Some forecasts you'll see won't have that, but we'll see warming minimum temperatures indicating there will be some humidity coming back in the forecast early next week, and even a chance of some showers and thunderstorms on Monday that I've got here. And then look at this, folks. How about this front that may come into the forecast there in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame? As you see by the numbers here, not much influence from that front just yet, but again, you always got to kind of get the first one before you can get better ones. Okay. All right. So I'm through. Nick will be with you in the morning, and I'll see you again in the PM hours for tomorrow. Take care. Thanks for your support for Cenla Weather, and hope your Friday is fantastic.